Your car makes a sound you've never heard before. Your boss calls an unexpected, urgent meeting. A sharp pain sends you to the doctor. In that single moment, your financial life is hanging by a thread. What separates a minor inconvenience from a total disaster? In our journey so far, we've talked about building wealth. We've explored the engine of compound interest, the danger of inflation, the power of diversification, and the simple tools you can use to invest. It's all about looking forward, building for the future. But what happens when life, right now, punches you in the gut? The hard truth is that a perfect long-term plan can be shattered in an instant by a short-term crisis. We live with a constant, low-level anxiety. A feeling that we are one unexpected bill, one layoff, one emergency away from seeing our financial goals crumble. This isn't just a feeling. For millions, it's a reality. Consider the story of two co-workers, Sarah and Tom. They both work hard and are diligently investing a small amount every month. Then, one afternoon, the company announces a major restructuring. Both Sarah and Tom are laid off. The shock is identical, but their next steps could not be more different. Tom panics. He has very little cash saved. Rent is due. Bills are piling up. With no income, he's forced to put his groceries on a high-interest credit card. As the weeks turn into a month, the debt grows. Desperate, he makes a painful decision. He logs into his investment account and sells his stocks at the worst possible time, when the market happens to be down. He sells his future to pay for his present. Sarah is also worried. Losing her job is stressful. But she doesn't panic. She takes a deep breath and logs into a separate savings account. An account she has been slowly and deliberately funding for years. She has enough cash to cover her rent, her bills, and her groceries for the next 5 months. The crisis is real, but it is not a catastrophe. She has time to find the right job, not just any job. She doesn't touch her investments. Her long-term plan, the one powered by compound interest, remains completely intact. Sarah didn't have a crystal ball. She had a financial fire extinguisher. This is the power of an emergency fund. It is the most important financial account you will ever have. It's not an investment. Its purpose is not to make you rich. Its purpose is to stop you from becoming poor. It is a pool of cash, set aside, with only one job: to protect you and your financial plan from the inevitable, unpredictable shocks of life. It is your financial safety net. Now, you might be thinking, wait, in episode 2, you told me that cash is like a melting block of ice because of inflation. You told me not to hoard cash. And you were right. For your long-term wealth, that is absolutely true. But an emergency fund is a different tool, for a different job. Think of it this way. Investing is your offense. It's how you score points and grow your wealth. Your emergency fund is your defense. It's your world-class goalie, protecting your net. You need both to win the game. The small amount of value your emergency fund loses to inflation is not a loss. It is the price you pay for insurance. It is the cost of buying yourself peace of mind. So, how do we build this safety net? The first question is, how much? The standard rule is to save between 3 and 6 months' worth of essential living expenses. Essential expenses are the things you absolutely must pay for to survive. This includes your rent or mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, and insurance premiums. It does not include streaming subscriptions, vacations, or dining out. Tally up that number. That is your target. If that number seems impossibly large, don't be discouraged. The goal isn't to get there overnight. The goal is to start. The second question is, where do you keep this money? The answer is simple. Somewhere safe, and somewhere liquid. Liquid means you can get to it quickly, without penalty. Do not invest your emergency fund in the stock market. If you have to sell during a downturn, like Tom did, you defeat the entire purpose. The best place for an emergency fund is typically a high-yield savings account. It's separate from your daily checking account, so you aren't tempted to spend it. And it earns a slightly higher interest rate than a traditional savings account, which helps to partially offset inflation. The final and most critical step is how to start. You start small, and you make it automatic. Even if you can only afford to put away $25 or $50 a week, start there. Open your separate high-yield savings account. Then, set up an automatic transfer from your main checking account for the day after you get paid. This is the definition of paying yourself first. Before you pay for anything else, you are paying for your own security. Slowly, automatically, and without you even thinking about it, your safety net will begin to grow. A small fund of $1,000 is infinitely better than no fund at all. It can turn a $700 car repair from a debt-inducing disaster into a manageable problem. Building an emergency fund is the most empowering step you can take on your financial journey. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. It is what gives you the courage to invest for the long term, as we discussed in our episodes on compounding and ETFs. It gives you the confidence to know that a short-term setback will not derail your long-term dreams. It is the ultimate act of taking control. It replaces anxiety with security. It is the moment you stop hoping for the best and start preparing for the worst. Build your foundation. Buy your freedom. Building this safety net is the first step toward true financial confidence. It's the firm ground that lets you reach for your future, and that journey is always better when we take it together. Our mission is to tackle the financial questions you're actually asking. Let us know in the comments what practical challenges you're facing, and your idea could shape a future episode. Subscribe and join the conversation.